Hey there, I am JP, and in today's episode of Satisfactory I got a couple of fun objectives that I would like to complete to progress further into the game. Build a freaking cool, awesome coal power plant right over there at the waterfall. Take a deep dive into exploring some more stuff in the MAM system. And to add some copper sheets right over there because this is a mess. Now of course I would like to start off with something on the MAM system, and I will just do this throughout the whole episode instead of doing everything after one and another to keep it a little bit interesting. The thing that I would like to take a look at is the blade runners, because the blade runners will take care that I can run faster, jump higher and slide longer. And in this case I'm just going to need to have an extra modular frames. And so let's research.
Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
Of course, fall damage. I didn't think about that one. I do believe we need to fix these in this workshop down here, and we're going to need to have 3 rotors. Right, and there we have it, and this thing is gonna go at the legs, which in this case, ooh, that is a lot faster. I like that. Now another thing that I could be doing is unlock power slug so we can make power shot, but I just want to wait with that because in order to make maximal use of the alien technology, we're not only going to need to research this one, but I know at some point we're going to need to find SAM ore and set a whole production line up for that, which is something that I would like to do in the next episode because we are going to travel pretty far into the map. Now of course the main objective before the episode ends is going to be the coal power facility at the water dam, and I just want to check if I could already do something or that I'm going to need to unlock. And in this case I'm definitely going to need to unlock it first, which will be done right down here for the coal power, which is going to give us a lot of goodies. I have been messing around with this in season 1, which makes it a little bit more easy to know what to do. I do believe the best thing would be is 3 water extractors versus 8 powered generators, and 8 of these things doesn't tell me how much, but let's just do this. And so in this case,
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Alright, thank you for the information, Ada. And I just forgot to check if this thing would go through or if it would hit something. I need to remind myself with the next unlock. I mean, this should be something easy, right? I mean, vehicle transport. Well, yeah, it really seems like I'm going to need to step up my tier here, even though this is not too difficult. But very important for now, we now have coal power generators, and down here we got water pipes. And for these water pipes we are going to need to have copper sheets, so we definitely going to need to set up a copper basic assembly line. And just for now I would also like to see where we can find coal, which should be over there at least. There we go. We have 1, 2. I remember that one too. So they didn't. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is all still the same. We have a pure here, which means it's a 120 per minute. We have 120 per minute here, and a couple of normal ones down here. Now I would like to take this one and that one in order to feed our water dam. So we definitely going to need to set up a whole assembly line. But for now, important, we are going to need to get some copper sheets. Yes, also important, I'm going to need to keep an eye out on the power. And I've been hearing of JD that there is a different type of resource that is going to be way more handier which will save you up a lot of cutting down trees and whatnot, comes from mushrooms and stuff. So let's see if we can research that one. So I can just drop it in there. So there we have biomass.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Mycelia, okay, not mycelica. It's a world of difference, but in here I should be able to just say, let's do that one. It takes 1 to make 10, which otherwise would have been 120 for 60 or 60 for 300. And then, just for the sake of things, I would like to grab a couple of extra mushrooms, which is right below my base. I kept in mind to leave a little bit of space. Now, one warning, there will be cats inside this cave and or something extra. And if you get this thing, gonna get 9 mycelia. Now, of course, I found my stuff earlier at the crystal nodes. There are a lot of mushroom-ish type of deals. Now, for right now, I'm leaving these cats alone. But in one of the episodes, I would like to do some alien DNA upgrading. Because alien DNA is going to give us a lot of extra coupons. And then right down here, we have another Sumersloop.
The Sumersloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol, mathematically resembling a Mobius strip, has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
And then when you get out of this cave on the other side, you will end up right down here, which is on this side of the base. Alright, 312 if I would press N. 312 times 150 would be 46,800 bio leaves, and that's gonna be a lot of solid bio. I'm not even gonna calculate that. So back to the copper sheet. Now the node that I have right down here is already being used max for copper wire and normal wire. So I'm going to find an extra node. We're going to do that by holding a V and then see if there is something in the area. Oh, up. And this one seems to be the most close by, which is normal. We're gonna take this guy since it's easy to bring down here. Alright, let's see here. Beautiful, beautiful.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Oh. It seems like it is not up here. It's down there. That's even more better. And you know, just between in, I have noticed that there are some new fences that I would actually like to use, which in this case is these guys over here. I believe there are 2 kinds of these things.
Go for that extra purchase. Go awesome.
Right, thank you for the additional info. So we got this fence right down here, which is a beautiful fence. I really like this one. And then we have this one down here, and not to mistaken, one side should be, you know, like this, and then the other side should have barbed wire. I think these fences are fantastic. I definitely want to make use of these. Which, in fact, I will not be using these fences because just for the very good reason that it doesn't look very good at the edge. As you can see, you know, hangover. We don't want to have any hangovers. Anyways, I got the bridge done. The miner is connected up, which brings 60 ore per minute right down there, which is going to go into 2 melters, which does 30 bars per minute, and then it's going to go into 3 constructors, which does 10 copper sheets per minute, nearing 20 per minute. I will show it you in a second. Anyways, this is how the bridge looks for right now. Yes, at some point I will be sure that this looks a lot better. I think I'm going to attach like a little platform or make use of these guys, which is actually pretty nice. I can just stick it to it. Got some pillars underneath, railing, power, just to make it all look safe. Now it is going to be a little bit of a challenge for the future train though, but you know, I can go underneath or I can go on top of it. There's a lot of room for playing around with this. So then I just basically got it into the wild, just placing some poles left and these conveyor belts. Stack poles, very good. Up until the wall over there, which it comes in, split up into smelters, merge it together, split it up into 1, 2, 3 constructors, and then once it's done, it merges all together. Goes up this conveyor belt to the storage area, which in this case, this guy is actually passing to the other room because it's getting a little bit tight over there around the corner. But that's okay. I like to have a little bit of spaghetti going on. In this case, I also took care for the little balcony, which I've been explaining in the last episode, which I should have shown you right away. I mean, this is a very nice view. See how everything is going. Yeah, for now this room is actually done. If in the future I want to have some more stuff in here, I will need to add a second floor, but it's not like super duper necessary. Which also in this case I have got a room right down here, or balcony in this room. It comes in there and then goes out in there, which I can perfectly show you, you know, how messy it would be to bring it over there. But it comes out there, into there, which I placed a nice little sign. By the way, the cable storage is also full, so I guess it's gonna be a good idea to see if I can have a faster conveyor belt, because right now there is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different storage containers that need to be emptied out, which is gonna go way too slow at this moment, because as you can see in the back, the cables keep on going, which is nice. However, the screws, you can see it has trouble, you know, keep on going, and then in the back there is also the plating which is trouble to keep on going. So yeah, faster stuff means also faster coupons. And then down here I'm actually waiting for the first copper sheet to come in, which will be any minute now. Okay, there goes the first one down to the conveyor belt. Now you can imagine if we're going to need to do some piping for the power dam, I'm going to need to have a lot of copper sheet, right? Because one of these things, well, costs 1 copper sheet, costs 5 copper sheets, costs 2 copper sheets. And yeah, another problem that I am actually having, but I could actually, you know, prioritize certain things, maybe. If it's about power, and you know, just have a assembly line running which will only make rotors, because rotors is going to be a thing too. I'm going to need to have rotors for this guy. I'm going to need to have rotors for I'm trying to see where it's at. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to need to have you know, okay, so it is 10. I'm going to need 3 is 30. I'm going to need to have 8 of these, which will be 80. It's 120. No, it might not even be too bad of a deal to actually handcraft them. The thing is, what I'm trying to say is that the power is getting close to the max. Now, setting up a whole another assembly line might take up another 10 to 20 megawatts. For the rotors, for an example, it needs to have multiple things, which I mean, I'm going to have the assembler for that because it contains 2 products, which in this case we're going to have iron rods. I'm going to set up another iron production. It needs screws, so I'm going to set up another one for this production, which is double from this. So this thing is 50 megawatts and yeah, only gives 4 per minute. Long story short, I'm gonna run out, right? I'm going to need to do this smart right now, right away. And there we have it. The copper sheet is now coming in. Okay, very good. You know what? Let's do another research, because I want to know what is down below the line.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Right, very good. It's not the thing that I was looking for. I might need to research sulfur. Or maybe it could be in here. Or even in here. You know. Oh man, I need. I got a bit of sulfur and I got a bit of Caterium ore. Let's just do it.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
Right, okay. Gonna get some interesting stuff though. Okay, so yeah. Well, there used to be some of this resource near the coal. Okay, it's not going to be super duper necessary, but the thing that I'm trying to say here is that I want to aim for smart splitters. There's something to also just keep in mind since the production is getting more and more filled up. How about this then?
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Right, okay. So with this I'm going to need more sulfur and we need to get into coal. Okay, so we made that clear right now. Ah, yes, shovel. Looks like this, that, and this. It's going to be very nice for what we want to do. Okay, so there we have the coal stuff. Now I'm just going to, for now, make a little road. And I'm going to attach it to this guy first, so it at least looks a little bit, you know, nice. Later on, we'll take care of all of this foliage. Now, meanwhile we are here, I also want to mention there's like a cave right down there. There should be a cave right down there. But in overall, there is a lot of secret little hideouts here and there. Now, of course, later on, once we unlock another conveyor belt, we can also upgrade the miner to make things go even faster. Just going to see how I'm going to do this to make it at least look appealing to look at. Guess I'm going to go around. But we also should not forget we have another Sumersloop here, which we have now 2 of these things. Which one I need to research and the other one I can use to multiply shards. Alright, I have added another piece to the building to make it final. And now we are going to see if we can make a straight road onto the water wall. For now I've got the coal that is going to be stored in 5 storage. And then at the side, on the inside, it's going to be the conveyor belt that will end up towards the coal power plant. I'm not going to bring the water down here. I'm going to keep everything that way. Once again, the reason why there is a big gap in here is because in the end there will be a train station somewhere over there and this train will be able to go out, because it would be nice if we have one train coming in the building like that and one train go out the building like that, or make even like a roundabout type of deal. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this, because this thing, as you can see, well, it goes straight there, but I want to have it right over there. Now, I knew in season 1 a little trick, which I've learned thanks to bits. The only problem here is I kind of forgot how the stop worked. Alright, I think I got it. If I want to go to the right side, I need to start left. If I want to go to the left side, I'm going to need to start on the right side. So in this case, I need to place this guy right on there. Then place this guy like this over there. Then I'm going to hold Control onto this foundation and rotate it slightly 5 degrees that way. Place it like that. Then I should be placing this guy here. Then place this guy like that. And then underneath. Then remove all of this stuff. And then make this into concrete so the floors are not like sticking out of each other. And right now I have gone 5 degrees that way. This is something to repeat. Yes, this and yes, that, but you cannot have everything in this game. Alright, a very long story short, I got everything ready. The only problem I'm having for today is that everything you have just seen before has been recorded yesterday and all of its audio is fine. Everything that I recorded for today, I discovered the audio was not fine. So I'm going to re-record this whole show again. Anyways, let me just show you exactly what I've all been doing. So the call is now coming in with 120 conveyor belt. I got power toward to it. It is already up and running. I got two beautiful doors down here. And once you open it, you can see the road is perfectly towards the waterfall, and on top it's looking like this. I got a lot of room for more conveyor belts, and on top of course will be rain later on, but as you can see in the distance, I got 8 coal power plants up and running, and or I got 3 water extractors up and running. Now of course I am not completely done just yet, because between this episode and next episode I will add 4 more coal power plants and 3 more water extractors, and I will be unlocking some more bits and pieces because I still need a couple for the road right down there. But so far so good, and I am freaking happy with the end result. Now down here I will just, hop down and show you how it looks like this. The power, by the way, is all attached to the side down here, which is very nice. You don't see a lot of it. Then this is just a little, a little section. Once again, maybe I need to add some poles underneath or see how I can make the structure look, not floating. That's also going to be very important. And then down here, I'm going to need to have a couple more bits and pieces because I want to make it look like there is a gate that is actually open toward the top, so it looks less like just an opening. And then down here, it's underneath the road. Yes, glitchy stuff, but you cannot have everything. So this is how it looks underneath, right? Opening there, we'll show you more about that in a second. Then it looks like this from the side. I think it looks pretty cool with these pillars. And then that wasn't looking like how it's supposed to look. There we go, beautiful. So down here, or better to say up here, we have another piece of road that can be attached to the land over there, and of course this road can continue that way, which in the end will go around the map that way. Now this corner looks beautiful, right? It worked out pretty well. And then yeah, down here we have this guy, which I probably have not shown you just yet. This is a Caterium Ore, a pure one, so we're gonna have some fun with this guy and then send everything over there with a conveyor belt for whatever we need it. And then down here, I just trying to close this part of the water off with the building, or the dam better to call it. And then down here, just put some foundation so you don't really see any water. And from the outside, it just looks like this, right? Beautiful. Just, oh, I thought it was a shock. Beautiful, just like this, like a real dam. It goes inclined down there, and a couple big holes where the leftover water is coming out, and then until there. And from that part I'm going to need to continue that between this episode and next episode. I'm way more happy with this dam because I can at least continue it without having to do all kinds of weird circus acts, going over the rock and whatnot, making it look so strange. Yes, this rock might be between in, but I just have to see how I'm going to do that. Going between in, I mean, gets into the building is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, and then down here, door to the down entrance, and then I got another door here for the up entrance, which in this case I like to take. Now also on the outside I got this barrier here because I didn't want to mess around with putting the glass a little bit higher and then make it look like a very odd height. So once you're in here, you can see a lot of stuff going on. Yes, a lot of pillar work because I didn't want to attach the floor just to, a couple of windows with glass. That looks weird. Doesn't look realistic at all, so I just, you know, trying to pillar it up as much as possible. And down here a little barrier so the water isn't flowing over too quick. And yeah, 3 of these guys. Power is all nice attached to underneath, as you can see over there. And I also believe they've been upgrading this thing, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I cannot remember seeing the inside of this pump. This pump is needed because the water goes up. And this is just, once again, I'm going to get some more pieces, you know, make it close a little bit. Just, you can see the water going underneath, also for down here, I think it would be nice. And then of course, this side entrance, I will make another one or 2 over there. Now I did have to remove the floor underneath this guy because for some reason it didn't want to attach to it. Now of course upstairs, we got a lot of these, what is it called, catwalks. Up there, and then you can go up here higher and, you know, check out, do some maintenance and, you know, stuff like that. Now I do believe, yeah, the water is just barely keeping it up. We just get out of the noise. So after the next episode, I hope we will have the multiplier summon loop ready, so we can multiply the output of power shots. And then I have a couple of extra. I will just put 1 in maybe each of these water extractors, give it a tiny extra bit of power. And then up here I needed to build this so I could attach the conveyor belt and splitters and whatnot. And then down here you can go outside on top of this. Good, and you can go onto the roof. And it looks like this. So yeah, maybe long story short what I'm all showing you here, but yeah, my audio, I cannot really help it. At this moment, without the yeah, you see it goes down. That's because the water isn't optimal. It's okay. I will fix that. But we now have like 600 megawatts, and then in the next episode we will have 1200 megawatts. So now we can just really start focusing on to completing phase 2, getting some SAM ore ready, which I'm going to need to go deep into the map, and it's going to be a whole other adventure. Alright, I guess that will be that, and now let's haul back. And I think, well, I'm sure maybe we can do the dimensional teleporter storage area at least, because I have been hauling back plenty of times to get a couple of materials. Maybe even a vehicle would be